The land of the free, a second chance for many. The goal is to get here however they can. Unfortunately, for a great percentage of the immigrants, the only way to get here is illegally. Out of 61 million immigrants in the United States in 2015, 15.7 of them are illegal, as stated by the Center for Immigration Studies. That is about 20% of the United States population in the same year. What is the purpose of so many people to risk everything they have back at home to face so many hardships? Because once they arrive here, most of what they may get are closed doors. Immigrants may come here to better themselves and the country, although many people who fear they will terrorize the country disagree. An illegal immigrant's path here is not easy. They must travel isolated deserts, long days of walking, hiding from officials, and some may even be abused mentally or physically. I came from Guerrero in March 2004. I have 3 children, and I left 2 of them, and I brought one of them of 1 year and 9 months. I arrived at Reynosa, Tamaulipas. There, they had us locked in a room for about 2 days. Someone came to get us and dressed us in dark clothes, and we were all together with the children there. They would not let us out, and the children would cry because they were anxious of being locked inside. From there, they put us in a car and took us close to the river, where they gave us a tire to put me on top with the children, and the other people were swimming with the water up to their necks. We crossed, and they threw our belongings in the river. We ran across the border and jumped over fences and even crawled under fences. Before we got to Houston, we arrived at a warehouse where they locked us again and only fed us once a day. They would throw the food to us like dogs. The people would get mad because we wanted to go to the restroom. Sometimes my child would cry because she was hungry and they would not care to feed us. They kept telling us we had to be quiet if we wanted to make it to our destination. We were there for about 2 weeks until a van came to get us and we crammed in it to take us to another place for about 15 days without eating or showering or without water until we finally made it. What happens after they go through such a rough path like this person did? They are welcomed with hardships and struggles. One of those struggles is trying to find a good job. Although the Texas politician Robert Morrow believes that immigrants make it more difficult for American citizens to find jobs, these jobs are the ones that may be dangerous, dirty, and that are too much work for the pay, which may not be what people want. In this chart, we can see the top 10 occupations for immigrant workers, with maids and housekeepers being the highest. Although many illegal immigrants have these types of jobs, many legal immigrants have found ways to open restaurants and other businesses, which have contributed to the United States positively. Adam Davidson, author of the It's the Economy column for the New York Times Magazine, shows his belief in this as he explains that immigrants don't just increase the supply of labor though, they simultaneously increase demand for it. Opening new jobs and more positions, even for U.S. citizens, has helped in bettering the economy. The people whose concern is not the loss of jobs or a worse economy may fear a higher crime rate. The reason may be that the major terrorist attacks, including 9/11, may have been planned or executed by foreigners. But let us not forget that citizens of the United States have also contributed in creating fear even while the United States was still young. A study was conducted by Walter A. Ewing, PhD senior researcher at the American Immigration Council, and 2 of his colleagues. In this study, it was recorded that from 1990 to 2013, foreign-born population in the United States increased by 5.2%. The number of illegal immigrants increased by about 3 times to 11.2 million. In the same years, FBI records demonstrate that the number of violent crimes decreased by 48% and property crime decreased by 41%. Immigrants are sometimes treated like criminals and deported, leaving the family they have here in pain. Usually, speeding and other traffic violations lead to an immigrant getting pulled over and officers finding out that they are illegal. Children are left without their parents. Wives are left without their husband. In the end, what could be the reason for an individual to get here? As Francisco says, I came here to give a better future to my son than he would have had if he stayed in Mexico, education-wise and economically. If immigrants made this country, why not give these immigrants a chance? There is clear proof that they bring benefits not only for them but for the future of the United States. They may be treated immorally and like criminals. A chance for them to come here legally would make an enormous change and would show the country how positive their effect is.